You don't want to be that person who is everywhere but not there for yourself. Based on how life is going for me, the pace I am going, would I have been able to achieve that? Knowing that God, who has brought me so far, has not brought me this far to abandon me. Something bang 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 is coming, and I'm just going to answer a few questions and address a few things. I'm not pregnant. Can I just clear the air? Please, I'm not. Live in the moment. We are living in the moment now. Now you're asking us that where's the beloved? The other day I posted on my Instagram, someone was like, so you are posting and you act like you have not been away for like 3 months. You cannot just come and post and just act like you have not been away for how many days and how many weeks now. Yes, sometimes you need to rest, you need to rest, you need to chill, you need to. And let me tell you, if you think that I took a break because I wanted to come back with something, there is nothing. It was just a break. Sometimes you just have to take a break. You don't. I know, like when like creators take a break, everyone thinks something bang 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 is coming. There's nothing. There's nothing. I've just taken a break and I'm back to your screen once again. Okay, so if this is your first time seeing my pretty face, you're welcome back to PEYI Vlogs. In fact, I need to welcome everybody, both old subscribers, both new subscribers. Welcome back. First things first. I just posted my December vlogs. Yes, I know. In the month of March. I just posted my December vlog, so I know I am 3 months late into it, but just assume that we just came into the new year or you're watching it in the last week of December. Okay, if you are a Christmas person, you love Christmas season, it might be an opportunity to look forward to December 2026. I'm glad, I'm happy to be back to your screen, and I'm just going to answer a few questions and address a few things and set the tone for this year on PEYI Vlogs. And today just seems like a good day for a life update video from telling you about what I've been up to and what the plans are for PEYI Vlogs this year. Okay, I'm in one of those days when I wake up and realize that I am a full grown adult. I remember my 16th birthday so well. I'm like, I was just 16 the other day. Now I am even 10 years more than 16. How? What happened to time? Like, I'm just wow to know that I am responsible for myself. I'm a full grown adult here. Thanks to family, friends, community that has always been my support system, and they've always been my support system. But again, I'm still an adult and I'm responsible for myself. Okay. Who else feels like me? Please let me know in the comment section. How do you feel? For me, it's very different because I have age mates who are married, I have who have children, and I'm like, not only are you responsible for yourself, you're responsible for your family, your children. I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby. Yes, but life is beautiful anyways. Someone told me the other day that for every season in life comes the strength to navigate, to pull through. Because I just also think about how I navigated certain situations, certain life challenges, and I'm like, I don't. It could only have been God. It could only have been God, and it's only God because I cannot fathom how I went through certain. How did I how did I navigate it? Is actually God. Yes, God sent a lot of people to my life from family, friends, and it's just God. So I would say I'm glad and I'm embracing adulthood more. Whether I like it or not, I'm counting down to my 30s. These days I've had time to reflect so much on myself, and I don't feel any form of fear or anxiety going to my 30s. And I think it's also because of the things on social media when people say, oh, by the time you are 30 as a lady, you must be married, and all of those things. Those timeline they put to things at 32, you must be this, at 35, if you are 35. I'm asking myself, like, based on how life is going for me, the pace I am going, would I have been able to achieve that? But I also understand how God is a wonderful God. There are some things that I feel like should have taken me maybe a year, and in 2 3 months it happened for me. My mindset has definitely just changed. I'm in a more relaxed mode. Like, I'm more relaxed now, knowing that God, who has brought me so far, has not brought me this far to abandon me. So if you are in that stage and phase, you could be going to your 40s, going to your 30s, maybe you are in your teens, going to your 20s. God got you. God got you. I sometimes look at the videos I filmed when I was much younger. If you go to the early days of my channel, like even on my Instagram page, I go to the earliest videos I filmed, and I just realized that most of those things they apply for every stage in life. Yes, I filmed some videos for all in your early 20s, another video in your mid 20s, now another video in your late 20s, and just realized that there are certain things that are they're just consistent in all of those stages and phases. Number one, trusting God. Whether you are in your early 20s, whether in your 30s, whether in your 40s, you need to trust God. God, my faith. I don't know what I would be without my faith. Yeah. And I'm so glad that even in situations when I experienced church hurt, I'm glad that I always came back to my first love. Church hurt. That would be a conversation for another day. But I don't just want to brush over it. I'll just say again, everyone's situation is different at different stages. So for some people, you might need to change church. For some people, you might need to create healthy boundaries. How to handle church ought to be different at different stages of life, and depending on the community. Of course, in a toxic community you need to step out and run immediately. I don't think I even have an advice. I don't have advice. But I'll just say that rely on the Holy Spirit for your next leading. Remember in the very first place, before you made up your mind to pick that church to go to, again, even if you were born in that denomination, that was where you've always gone to, you can always rely on the Holy Spirit for the next phase and next stage of your life. I've had to move cities like one, two, three, is it 4 times now? And when I moved even country, I've had to make the decision to pick a church to go to, a community of believers to go to. So even if you are grounded and well planted in a space, when you get a new job, a lovely opportunity, something could happen. You just need to rely on the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you on how to handle any form of church odds. And when you get to a new city, new space, you need to be led by God on words, church and denomination you should go to. So even when you feel like you want to leave, ensure that it's not just you in your feelings. You let the Holy Spirit guide you. So look for counsels, godly counsels to guide you in that situation. For accountability in the church, yes, I will talk about it. I've observed a pattern, and I'm just talking based on experience, not gospel truth. It's always the same people. If you ask random people in a community or in a space or in a church space, you'd always realize that it's the same people who are causing the hurt. So instead of telling people to who you can go, why don't we always call these people who are hurting people to account? Someone would say, oh, but sometimes you don't want to push people away, but you are pushing someone away already. Again, the way I see it is just who you want to push away, you push away. And the people you don't want to hold to account, you don't ask them questions, you don't allow them to take accountability. So let's all do better. I know we are all humans, and the church is like the hospital, kinikan, and everything we always say. Like, why don't you do the right thing? Like, we all know the right thing to do. It's just my thoughts. We can do better. Yes. So with adulting, one thing I'm also really learning about adulting is that you cannot pour from an empty space. You can't pour from an empty cup. You don't want to be that person who is everywhere but not there for yourself. You don't want to be that person who is not taking time to pour into themselves. Sometimes you need to learn how to say no. Sometimes you need to just prioritize yourself. This is the analogy I always give, right? Like if for any reason you are doing too much, you want to be everywhere and you're not taking time to take care of yourself, the day you break down and you're not available, that is the day you then realize that the people that you are going all the way for would not even move an inch for you. That is when you now start being hurt and everything. Yes, some people have bad behavior. Because if somebody is doing everything for you, and when is your time, you now be saying you giving excuses. We know your type. But which is why if you prioritize yourself in the very first place, when people are even doing certain things, you might not even notice because you were doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You're not doing it because you were trying to buy their love or you're trying to buy their affection. Nobody is saying you shouldn't do things out of the goodness of your heart. I'm saying that if it's not something that it's in your capacity and you go overboard for it, when it's your turn and you ask them and they don't give you now feel somehow. Do you get? It's also like you are doing it to buy people's love and attention. So pouring into yourself, a form of self-improvement and self-development, is actually you taking out the time to pour into you, prioritizing yourself first. When you're doing too much, that is where you feel stretched, it takes its toll on your mental health. You are just all over the place. But one of the things I've also been up to recently is actually cooking and trying different recipes. I've just, you see, because I'm not even in my vlogging mode and spirit, I've not been capturing the moments for you. I've not been capturing the moments for you. Ask me why. Eh? I've been doing a lot of cooking and baking and everything. And I love it for me. I love it for me. People who know me very well know that I like food, but I eat in very little quantity. So I'm not a person that craves different kind of food. Like I want this, I want that. But when it is served in my plate, I could just have like very little portion because it's not my fault. It's the capacity of my stomach. I wish my stomach could eat much more. Anytime I go to a restaurant, I like trying out something new, something new. But these days I've toned down on it because I'm asking myself that I'll go and spend money on something that hey, what if I don't like it? What if I don't like it? But again, it is always worth taking the risks. What if you like it? What if you like it? What if I enjoy it? Okay. But actually there have been times I've bought things that I'm like, what did I just buy? And there are times I bought something that the first time I didn't like it, the second time I tasted from someone and I didn't like it, and by the time it was the third time, I actually liked it. What's the lesson? Be like me. Be like me. Sometimes take the risk. Let me sound like motivational speaker. Sometimes you do the risk to do. What else has been going on? I think I mentioned earlier, I don't expect anything massive. I'm not working on anything behind the scenes for content creation. I've just been living life. And I was telling my friend the other day, like, no, there was no change in my routine. There was no change in a lot of things. There was no change in activities. Not like something is happening. Someone was even asking me that, are you pregnant? Hello, I'm not married, so I can't be pregnant. It's only if I'm the next Mary. I'm not pregnant. Can I just clear the air? Please, I'm not. That is how people used to go offline when they are pregnant. No, there was no there has been no change, significant change in anything. It's still my normal routine. Go to work, come back home. Nothing. Go to church, come back. I'm traveling. There has not been like a significant change in my routine. And yes, all the travels I've done, I did not vlog. I'm sorry. That is because I'm sorry. I've had a good travel. I've had a good exploring this past couple of days. But sorry, no vlog, no vlog. The people that said we should live in the moment. We are living in the moment now. Now you're asking us that where's the vlog? Eh? We are living in the moment now. And you're also the same person requesting for vlog. Okay, there has not been no vlog because I'm living in the moment. So let's get started on this note and let's see what the year brings for us. So one question I would like to ask is, what kind of videos would you like to see from me this year? Personally, I want to do more of sit down and chit chat like this. Yeah. I won't stop lifestyle vlogs, but maybe I would just make them on like YouTube shorts. But I miss this. Actually, miss sitting down like this and just chatting. Just catching up. I like cha cha cha. Commenting on the latest and what is happening, okay, and more importantly, everything self-improvement. And once again, if it's your first time tuning into PEYI VLOGS, you're welcome, 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 welcome. You know how we do here, we like all the posts, we comment, we share. We don't just want to be the ones enjoying everything PEYI VLOGS has to offer. We want more people to do what? To join us. And click the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.